This is WICS TV 20 Springfield, Decatur. And now, live, this is 20 News Nightside with closed captioning for the hearing impaired.
To all of you who are shouting, "I have heard you," I ask you now to hear me.
Shut up and get out of here, coward!
President Clinton is confronted by Vietnam veterans during his visit to the wall.
While here in central Illinois, a more solemn remembrance of Memorial Day. Good evening. Across the nation and right here in central Illinois, this Memorial Day was a time to pay tribute to those who gave their lives for the cause of freedom.
Hundreds of people from across central Illinois celebrated Memorial Day in the town where the holiday got its start. Springfield is the hometown of the Grand Republic Army, the group which started Memorial Day 125 years ago. At Springfield's Oak Ridge Cemetery, veteran groups observed Memorial Day at the Grand Army of the Republic Memorial. At Camp Butler National Cemetery, veterans used the occasion to warn against the current wave of military cuts.
We haven't ever learned our lesson. Every time we shrink the military, we wind up in another war.
President Clinton's critics say he was a draft dodger and had no business heading up ceremonies at the Vietnam Memorial, while supporters maintained it was only fitting the commander-in-chief attend the event. Steve Handelsman reports on his visit and the cold reception waiting for him.
The booze mixed with hail to the chief as the president arrived at the Vietnam Memorial. It was half his life ago that Bill Clinton did what he could and avoided the Vietnam draft. But still, he was welcomed here today by many Vietnam veterans.
And if he doesn't understand what happened with Vietnam and Vietnam veterans, he belongs here today so he can learn.
I think he's trying. What the hell? Give him a shot.
A new poll today suggests most vets feel that way. But a minority out here objects to Clinton's coming, and they're not shy about saying so.
But at least I did what was right for my country. I didn't come here and let this yellow belly come down and desecrate this wall. Excuse me.
Vietnam vet Colin Powell offered support.
The Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the United States, our President, President Bill Clinton.
But the catcalls came anyway, and some veterans turned their backs.
To all of you who are shouting, "I have heard you," I ask you now to hear me.
Shut up and get out of here, coward!
Clinton soldiered on.
Today, I have ordered that by Veterans Day, we will have declassified all United States government records related to POWs and MIAs from the Vietnam War.
That pleased even some who'd booed. Clinton survived. Even Colin Powell had called coming here a risk.
Did you see it that way?
No, we just take a risk every day when you go to work in this job. I did what I was supposed to do.
And you did? How do you think you did?
You did great.
I felt good about it. Ask the people.
I'm Steve Handelsman, NBC News at the Vietnam Memorial.
Illinois Vietnam veterans are also expressing their disappointment with the president's appearance during ceremonies at the Illinois Memorial. Local veterans say Clinton should have stayed home.
If they want to turn their backs on him, that's fine. He deserves that. Everybody gets paid back sooner or later. So, you got to look at him, say he did it, and go on, because there's more important issues like Bosnia right now.
He's serving the country now, but, when the country called on him to serve, he didn't serve, So the feelings there are very personal for Vietnam veterans.
The majority of Vietnam vets, including myself, don't think he really has the right to represent us there. He kind of turned his back on us once, and I think this maybe be using the power of the presidency a little bit the wrong way.
Even though they disagree with the president's appearance, veterans we spoke to say they still respect him as the commander-in-chief.
Former President George Bush attended Kennebunkport, Maine's Memorial Day parade for the first time in more than a decade. The former president and Mrs. Bush joined with other area residents to watch the floats and the bands. Both signed